You have $38 left. There are 7 days until you get paid again, and you're standing in a grocery aisle staring at the price of a loaf of bread. You just finished a month of lifting heavy boxes and breathing in warehouse dust to earn a $2,600 paycheck. Somehow, that entire month of effort has evaporated before the next one even begins. Most people assume the only way out of this stress is a massive raise. They focus entirely on the number at the top of the check, believing that more money automatically cures the feeling of being broke. But the math tells a different story. On payday, you might spend $120 on a single night out with friends, a few hours of feeling successful and important. That one evening actually consumes 5% of your entire monthly income. Living paycheck to paycheck usually has less to do with the total amount you earn and everything to do with how you value a dollar when you're standing at a cash register. This reality became unavoidable for one warehouse worker on a Saturday evening. He walked past a family's belongings piled on the sidewalk in trash bags, while a landlord shouted from the doorway. The landlord's voice carried down the street. "You work every single day, but you never have the rent. You work, but you never plan." That sentence stuck. He realized that despite all his hard work and long shifts, he was only 1 or 2 bad weeks away from being the person standing next to those trash bags. Hard work provides the fuel, but it offers no protection if you don't have a specific system to manage the results of that labor. He spent the next morning at a public library. He wasn't looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. He was looking for a way to stop the bleeding. He found a book that suggested a different way to look at prices. Instead of looking at an $80 pair of shoes as $80, he started looking at them as 10 hours of his life. Those 10 hours represent the physical toll on his body, the exhaustion, and the time he'll never get back. Every purchase now had a price tag measured in his own vitality. That $120 night out, that is 15 hours of standing on a concrete floor moving heavy crates. When you view your spending through the lens of your own limited time and energy, the impulse to buy things you don't need begins to lose its grip. He stopped trying to look successful for his friends. When they called to go out, he told them he had other plans for his future. He started a simple system using 4 envelopes. Every dollar he earned was immediately assigned to a category: needs, savings, fun, or emergencies. He focused on one specific goal: putting $20 a week into the savings envelope, no matter what. The math of consistency is powerful. Small weekly deposits, left alone to grow, turn into tens of thousands of dollars over time. It isn't magic, it's just patience. You don't need a massive windfall to start building security. You need a system that handles small amounts of money with total consistency. A few weeks into the new plan, his bicycle tire blew out. It was a small problem that felt like a disaster because he used that bike to get to work. The repair cost exactly what he had saved in his emergency fund. Just like that, his savings were gone, and he was back to a zero balance. This is where most people quit. When the plan gets interrupted by real life, it's easy to feel like the effort was a waste of time and give up entirely. But wealth isn't built by having a perfect, uninterrupted run. It's built by the discipline to open your notebook and start saving that next $20, even after a setback. Eventually, those small habits led to a down payment on a piece of land, and later a modest home. When his mother visited, she saw that a small paycheck, managed with a plan, was enough to build a dignified life. Wealth is rarely the result of a single lucky day. It is a habit you practice every time you get paid. When your next paycheck arrives, ask yourself how many hours of your life you are about to hand over. You can't always control your salary, but you can control whether your work becomes a permanent foundation or something that simply disappears by Monday.